Or you just tell me who the fuck you
This
is.
shit got her paying her rent.
I was really enjoying it. I was proper singing, and then I started singing like Holla Back Girl, and I was just like, okay, Jay, you're taking it too far. Every song.
And then she was like, Tara, and then we're talking to her. She's moving to the FA. So I was like, perfect. I now have a ticket plug if I want to see games at England. Right, yeah. But then she was talking, she's like, oh, you single? I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, that's a shame, yeah. I wanted to set you up with my friend. You like look at such good vibes. I was like, right, boy, like, because some people just came in normal clothes. Like, I had on shoes, hard sole shoes all day. So my foot bottom was on fire when I got home yesterday. I put my foot in hot water. Right, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Your
my
foot
foot was bunning the blood cleat, rude boy.
Boom, boom.
So then, fucking.
When you took your shoes and socks off,
No, I didn't do that. All you heard was click, 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 click.
You know, when you sit there and you're like...
You know what?
No, you can't act like there's not some pleasure when you
I'll be
do
honest,
that.
even to take my shoes off,
Yeah,
my foot was bunning, yeah. I walked into the bathroom, yeah, in my house, because we got upstairs, downstairs bathroom. In the bathroom, got the bucket, sprayed like the magnesium in the water, like the expensive shampoo, the expensive shower gel I have, like, you know, the premier one.
Yeah.
What shower gel is it? What do you mean expensive shower gel?
I'll take a picture and send you. It's like it's expensive. It's mad expensive. I don't use it often. I use my normal shower gels. That one you get. That one you
don't use it often.
He said I don't use it often.
No,
That's a special shit.
No, but you know what? I get it.
Break that out for special times.
I get it because
It's like special China or something.
I've got a
Oh, am I
special
going out?
bath
I might
stuff
break
from
out the
Lush.
special shit
Yeah.
today.
I think I literally only use that one when it's like I've run out of shower gel in my house, innit? So obviously now. Yeah. I've thrown salt in there. I was in my room here watching Mums at Work here, like this, on the edge of my bed with my foot in there, but my foot was class.
Oh my fucking
Absolutely class.
Penalty.
Yeah. So even there when my foot was bunning me, yeah. How often? I know you pressed them on there. 2 minutes in. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. So then I edit, so I can take out whatever I want, bruv. Now I've engineered the art of the beeping noise because of KDR. Like, nice.
Did you listen back to that?
What? No.
You're beeping.
No, I haven't.
I was bussing.
I haven't actually had a chance to listen to the episode at all.
From 28.
I bet it's like beep, 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 beep.
No, you know why? It was annoying because when it was separated, it was easier to do. When it was close together,
It must have been so fucking.
and you're like, oh yeah, Reese, I heard you. No, I don't think you heard me loud enough. But enough about me. This is episode 97 of the Different Shorts podcast.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's 98.
Thank you. This is episode 98 of the Different Shorts podcast with myself, Raw Talk Reese. Who do you have in the studio to my left?
Mr. Oh, hey, ho, ho.
And to his left?
It's me, Kadia.
Are you talking to the mic?
Yeah, I am talking into the mic.
You're not.
Yeah, I am talking into the mic. It's me, Kadia, the girl who likes tacos and Mexican food and quesadillas. It's Kate Quesadilla Small.
I just want to give her a mustache and then give
Not
her
smalls.
give her the overalls.
Or not
And then
smalling.
instead of
That was
the
nice.
and then put the M for Mario.
It's me. Have you seen how I spell
I
it?
clocked that. That was.
The way I
Okay.
spell it?
Smooth.
Krrrr. Stop. And
What
across from
kind
me?
of fucking noise? Wait, everybody pause. Wait, what?
And across from me?
What kind of flipping bird call?
How you doing, sir?
It's a gang call, innit?
Listen. Reese, every once in a while, he likes his gangster music. So
No, I know. When he thinks he does it, he's like, oh yeah.
How you doing? I'm up, but your hairline. So
You know, when you just think about
That's 4 minutes and okay.
don't get wing tipped in the studio, bro.
What happened to that boy?
See, you're talking about the noise I'm making. Now she sounds like a pigeon. So let's
I'm
go.
copying you because you didn't bet.
That's such a tune, though.
When you listen back to that,
What happened to that boy?
when you listen back to the lead up of that shot, you'll go, oh, I wish I never shot that boy.
She's saying they shooting.
I am okay.
Yeah, just like your socks, I'm as quick as that, bro.
Gravy.
Just like your
I
socks.
really was like,
Just like your socks, I'm as quick as that.
If no one can see, O is wearing Flash socks.
did you
Not Gordon. Not Flash Gordon, bro.
I know this.
You just wanted to do this.
Oh, thank
He'll
you.
save every one of us.
Hey, how are you, babe?
Good, darling. I'm good. I've got
The
a
fact you
funny
sung that
story
to a
actually.
Spank
Old
superhero.
enough to
Nah,
know.
stop that, bro.
He'll save every
Yeah, that was awful.
That was awful.
That theme song was a lot.
So basically, I've been trying to tell this story for 10 hours. No, I just, and it's so quick as well. You're gonna be like, is that it? It was basically a moment where I was like, am I really that heavy? So I was getting on the underground and I got on the escalators, and as I was walking, I had
hippopotamus.
No, listen, it was a hippo moment. I got on the escalators and I stepped on, and then it started moving and it stopped, and I went. But obviously, no one's in front of me, so I went. And then I thought.
You were on the escalator by yourself.
No, I looked behind me. It was a really huge woman. The bad bit is that after the second I saw her behind me, I felt 10 times better.
Relieved,
and I started running down the escalator happily. Because obviously the escalator's just stopped, and I went.
You felt relieved.
And then I thought. But then she was like actually behind me, because it had only gone down a bit. And I was like.
So
then I just started running down the escalator.
Is it not maybe the combined?
I was gonna mention that.
When I sat on the train afterwards, I then thought maybe it was the both of us. But then I was just like, listen, I was feeling heavy. I really was. But then I realised, I just thought it's better to think it wasn't me.
Thank God for somebody bigger than me.
No, because when I got on it didn't stop. It stopped just after. And then I looked, and she was the only other person on the escalator.
I know I'm big, but
well, I was just like, I was so like, oh.
There are people that worse. Like, don't you think you just put on a bit of weight? Kettle meat black. How dare you, big bitch?
Literally. In my head, I thought,
wanna come out of my way?
Dare say anything.
Rotant Ronda. Get my face, bro.
Ronda.
The difference is, I don't even think she was faced. She wasn't even thinking the same thing as me. I don't even know if she started walking.
She was probably blaming you.
She's probably thinking about the same McDonald's that Katie just ate.
Listen.
That was a breakfast we chat about.
That's a snack.
Guys, we
Young
shared.
nuggets.
I had like 5 nuggets.
She's got nuggets stuck in her teeth. Like the whole nugget.
Young 2D, how you doing?
I'm alright, young O.
What the hell?
No, because I had my hand on my chest and I asked him.
Oh, I thought he was covering the ladder end.
No. I'm alright. Week's been alright. Played footy. Alright.
Did you win?
No.
They got battered.
Yeah, we lost. We lost the game in the last bit, man.
Last bit, but it was a 10-goal deficit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the last bit.
Was it your fault or was it a team?
It was never his fault.
issue?
It was never his fault.
Team
I played
issue.
well.
But we had a man down.
We're not doing that.
I was really gonna.
We're not doing that. Junior's not an extra man. Stop it. That guy lives in your
He's
end.
10 men.
Man down.
Many men. many men.
Oh dear.
War is war, how are you?
Raw is active. I'm joking now. Raw is highly best and favoured. Body is burst, but mentally great.
Best though, everyone's great.
Of course.
You guys, stir up the bliss.
So that's
Pisto.
this girl's haunted, you know.
Wait, let me see. Let me try the room. Let me try the room. I was on Twitter and
Talking about Panani.
somebody
Probably.
somebody posted
Scanning Panani.
It was a thread of their favorite old school advert. And do any of you remember the cart door advert? It was a family that was sitting around a table and they were eating dinner, and the guy, one of the children, has some of the ice cream and he goes, "This is really nice ice cream. Dad, where did you get it from?" And the grandma's sitting there and she goes, "He's not your dad. We never knew who your dad was."
It's the grandma.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, do you know how old the advert is? My mum used to love the advert.
He's not your dad.
Literally, sometimes when I say, my mum used to take the piss. When I used to ask things to my dad, my mum used to go, "Oh, well, we never knew who your dad was." But she used to imitate the advert and then she'd just go about her business. But
After the wedding, it was separate.
Well,
beds.
after the wedding.
I remember that.
God. No,
And as the
literally.
mum's taking her out the room, she like slaps the piano. You're like, yeah.
Come along, mother. Bang on the piano. Oh,
But I remember adverts like, do
such a good one.
you remember the Scotch advert? The videotape one. And it goes, and on, and on.
Oh
and on.
god.
Do you remember this?
Oh, whites.
Is it the skeleton on the Scotch tape advert?
Now you're talking about how old we are. Don't do that.
Mark's been doing
Happy birthday on the pod.
Mark's been doing that all week. Happy birthday to
I don't know why your hands went up like that.
Happy
Do you do anything? You go Turkey?
Nope. Go to Turkey. You're such a slag.
No, I'm laughing, yeah.
Did you call him a slag?
I watched how
He is a slag, you slur.
obviously all the posts, all the posts that got put up, and obviously I put up a post. I forgot to tag him in it.
The Megamind
So
one.
O didn't see it till late. So my brother Zoe messaged me and was laughing. My brother messaged me and was laughing, yeah, at the fact of he was at Megamind. Then when O seen it, O was just like, this guy.
You're falling.
Like the worst thing is, I tried to edit it so I could put it right next to your face. And I was like, let me just put it in the corner. If you zoom in, you know it, innit?
You know what? If I would have remembered, I would have done a Insta stitch.
It was just a nice, cool, calm, simple birthday.
By the way, it was one of two options. Are you a Hulk fan?
Yeah.
So the option was either Megamind or the leader.
Nah, that's cool.
Okay.
I'll take Mega. That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
You know who the
Staying on brand.
I'm trying to think.
I think Megamind
long
is
head,
perfect.
long green, gamma rays, head long the blood cleat,
And like the head's big.
elongated up. Yes.
Yeah, you are Megamind.
Yeah, Megamind would have been.
I'll take Mega all day.
It's the moustache, the little, and then the.
That sounds mad on audio.
What?
The little and the
It's a and it.
yeah, but audio can't see you doing hand gestures.
Honey, sometimes
Yeah.
I even forget.
Start this.
All right, let's get
Let's
cracking.
kick this shit off.
So let me ask the guys in the room a question, and I shall ask Katie afterwards. Right. So the question is, what would you do if you cheated on your girl,
Oh,
and the only way to keep her was to wear a body cam?
I saw this.
Wait, show
Wait,
what?
Wear a body cam. All day, every day, 24/7.
You can turn them shits off.
Yo, you poison, but the good kind. Crazy how you are, my mind. Crazy how you. That's all it is, bro. What'd you do?
I swear, I'm becoming one of them people who just look or hear things like that and just think, where are we going? As people, is this what we feel is the best use for technology?
I'm saying
Is to put it
Oh, you have
on-
metaverse and
It just keeps growing. I personally think people who have watches, who have phones on their watches and talk to their watch, is the
funniest
maddest
thing
thing
ever. I've seen it.
It's
in
the
real life. It's funny.
maddest thing
Funny.
you'll ever see
Funny.
walking down the road,
Funny.
seeing somebody going like this and going, no, well, what I did was I was at the office.
Stupid.
What are you
It's not even that.
doing?
It's like, oh.
Sorry, not to come off the point, but that just...
But when man do this, like, one second, yeah, obviously, yeah, where are you? Obviously, man's by the football pitch, bro. Hurry up, like.
What? That's mad.
It's like, where's your phone?
Can you do that with yours?
I don't know. Listen, I can get an Apple Watch now. I just don't want one.
Same. I don't have use for it.
I'll probably The thing is, I'll probably update and get one in a few months here, just through work. But I just don't need one because my Fitbit does everything. But apparently, Apple Watches, track your workouts better than Fitbits do. But I'm not sure. I'll see that.
That's the only reason why I probably want it. I'm not even gonna lie. And obviously, if I put my phone on.
Pedometer.
But
But I would never have. I would never.
Fitbits can do that,
I would
though.
never have. Yeah, but I don't like notifications on my phone. I'd rather just go and get my phone. The best thing about this, if I'm not near my phone and I've gone to it's charging, I'm doing whatever, then it's like, okay, it's calling. I'll call them back. I can see who's ringing. But yeah, sorry. Back to the
Back to
topic.
the original question. Obviously, there's the obvious, listen, if you don't just trust the person, then there should be no point you even doing this. Just leave. But for the madness and the comedy of it all, fuck no. That's the no.
A body cam.
No, let's talk about this.
The math
Let's talk about
isn't
this.
nothing, it's not my
Let's talk
portion.
about this. Let's be grown. You want me to wear a body cam all day, every day, even when I'm at work? And then what? Are you going to sit? Are you actually going to sit down
and watch all this
and
footage.
review my 8 to 9 hours of my day
Tottenham's winning.
I know.
and who I'm talking
Oh, that's the
to
same.
or how I'm talking to them? Yeah, you're mad. You're mad. Sorry.
You went mad.
You have to think about it, innit?
I was thinking about the maths of it, of like you sitting down in front of your laptop after your own hard day at work to then go, okay, I'm gonna sit down with my cup of tea. I'm not gonna watch Real Housewives.
No, scroll down.
Do you watch Real Housewives?
How much players on the pitch?
This is her. This is her.
So who's meant to wear that? Sorry, who's meant to wear the body cam? The person,
cheater.
the cheater.
The cheater.
We're holding what's enough.
Who?
We're holding.
The cheater.
No, because no,
Would you?
no. As sorry, you mean me as
If
the
you was-
person that's been cheated on?
No, if
require
you
or-
if you was the
Cheater.
cheater.
would I wear the body cam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your man said, babes, the only way I'm gonna trust you
No, I don't
is
trust you, man. Put this body cam on.
yeah, put this body cam on.
Yeah, as quick as old socks.
No.
So the relationship's done.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry.
Looking at the
Well,
dictionary-
you did cheat, so.
So would
No,
you?
that's what I'm saying. I cheated. Look, I'll accept the consequences.
Katie,
I'm not
can
gonna
I
wear a body
question?
cam like a
So, can I
fool.
ask you, would you look in the dictionary for done? DUN. Let me tell you about DUN because
You're right. I know he's so proud of it as well. Look, he's like,
no, do you know why? Because you don't remember that. Look at the dictionary for done. DUN done.
what? I know it's on some kind of skit or
The woman.
voiceover.
No.
Is it the Jamaican?
No man, no call me up. No man, no bag my face. No, yes. How you?
In my head, when you said it, I was just like, that sounds familiar, but I'm not registering right now.
What about you?
Told you I'm tired.
Hell no.
I just wouldn't.
If I've cheated, I've tapped out of the relationship anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going to cheat, then I'm gonna leave you before I do. I would rather not cheat on you.
I mean,
I know it's not that simple. But
It's not always the case.
no, it's not always that
not
simple.
always the
'Cause
case, but,
let's
you
say
know.
if you go out and you're like, oh, I might play. If you've got thoughts of,
You're like, "Oh, there's
deliberately-
cake."
You know, you know.
oh, there's cake over there. That tastes good.
I don't say I didn't like the cake I've got at home, but
Yeah.
I just saw some nice cake, so I ate it.
Hey yo.
Yes, it did.
Many
No.
times.
I ate it good.
You're not eating village box. Is that what you're doing?
It was delicious.
That's a yes. Because he ignored my question.
village box, you know,
I've got cake batter all over me.
or yimbo in a box.
Oh, he loves market girls. He knows this. All of
No.
All
I
of
stayed
market-
away. You don't-
all of
you
market
don't
box.
remember. I stayed away.
love market box.
Bro,
But he gotta go right now.
stayed away from that.
Market box. No, I agree. Fun.
Yeah, no, it's just stupid.
Oh yes, Wario. Sorry.
Has anyone heard about the
One eye.
the Black Lives Matter co-founder? She used some of the donation money to buy a mansion,
Myself a $6 million mansion.
throwing parties.
Can we really have this conversation? Properly. Because
That's
if we're gonna have this
okay.
conversation, we have to take it. We have to take it. I know you have to use it's based in America, but we have to use UK BLM as well. I'm gonna ask a question first before we actually have this conversation. How honest are you willing to be about BLM? Everyone's sitting in his room.
Quite.
Very.
Kadia? Let me start with
Yeah.
Kadia. What's your honest thoughts on BLM?
Don't ask me first.
Come on.
Sorry.
I get so nervous when people ask me questions first. I don't know why.
As the
Don't ask me first, guys.
are you talking about the movement, the slogan, the company?
The company, not the
No. I'm just.
the slogan. Everyone in their right mind understands. Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that's fine. We're not questioning that. Right? Yeah. The movement and the organization, whether it's one and the same or not, those are the things we're talking about.
From the minute I heard that there was a company, I knew there were going to be problems. This side and that side, I always knew there was going to be problem, because to try and encapsulate everything you're trying to fight for into one company, and then to do things fairly for the people that you've created the company for, that's not something you can do really easily. So because of that, the fact that they've done it and the way that they've done it, and from jump, there's just been a cloud over the clarity of what exactly
Do you do?
do you do? The money that people have been doing ever since, racial tensions flared years ago, and
It's flared, bro.
you know,
when did racial tension stop flaring in America, bro?
well, after,
Because was it founded only like 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I feel like
something.
You all have Google. Look, don't assume. Look, continue.
Yeah. So I wasn't really behind it, supporting it. And then that's the fear that people have these days of saying things like that, because then you're like, oh, so what? You're just trying to say that you're not down for the cause. It's like, listen. Do you know
July
how many,
20.
do you know how many causes I've seen in my lifetime? And
No, 2013, but I don't have that.
Just
what I have.
It's social life, because if you're not saying it out loud and letting the world know it, then
You're against it.
then you're against it, which is not the truth in any way, shape, or form. I just thought it's a bunch of shit. I knew it was going to be a bunch of shit, and I knew there would be discrepancies.
Mark?
I agree with O. I always thought it was a bit fishy I always thought, like, where does this money go for donations or whatever? Like, I don't know. Obviously when bad things happen, I understand that, it's nice to have a cause or somewhere where you can, I don't know, go towards and say that they're doing something for their people, whatever, but I just don't know what they do. So if I don't know what you do, it just raises the suspicion that I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
And that's not to, and again, that's not to say that you're.
I'm not saying that they are not people doing things.
Exactly, you're not saying that you're against anyone or any people trying to come together in order to do something. But I can't even, just off the top of my head, just thinking about it now, what do you do?
I generally don't. I don't know.
And what changes have you made?
So, on the surface level, that was one of the questions that was one of the things I was thinking about.
Well, they're richer.
When BLM first started, when BLM came to
Like a bigger thing.
like a bigger audience, my issue wasn't everything being in one place and the rest of that stuff. It's based on organisation. So, I remember when the passing of George Floyd, or the murder of George Floyd, if I want to be specific, the conversation that I was having when we were over in England, for example, was over here, and everyone was doing marches, and my boy was like, "Oh, are you going?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "In my personal opinion, I always live by the term, those who fail to learn from their history are doomed to repeat it." I said, whether it was Rodney King, Martin Luther King, Trayvon, whomever, whatever black person has been killed or died within American society or who is killed, marches don't change shit. People come together, they protest, but the thing is, there is never a secondary step. That is the first and only step. I said, the only reason, and my friend was like, "You're being cynical." I said, "I'm not." The only reason, because I said, you can use the Kendrick song as a reference point when we talk about the culture, right?
Yeah.
I said the only reason people are outside is because it is lockdown and people aren't allowed to be outside, and people are on furlough. Are all these people really gonna have this vim when they're allowed outside and all look day party? Oh, look, weekend event.
Brunches.
Oh, look, brunches. Right? Then, I said, because if you're doing this in a week, you're affecting London.
Mm-hmm.
People only start messing with you when it affects your pocket. Like, for example, when you're doing certain things and you start triggering people's pockets where people are losing out money, that's when it becomes a little bit.
That's when it becomes, yeah.
People are forced to kind of listen to you. You know what I mean? So when it came down to it, myself, me and Banks were saying this from the get-go. That's called cynical. Get my mouth shut. People do their virtual signaling and they post pictures at being at BLM. Each to their own. It's not a look down on anyone type of thing. Everyone did their own thing for what they personally believe will do it. But if you don't know your history, you're going to repeat the process. Now look, 2+3+ years on now. Well, we're 2.5 years plus now. I ain't heard BLM once. I ain't seen marches again.
Black people still dying from the police.
Well, yeah, I ain't seeing. I'm not expecting solidarity between black people. We're not homogenous. We're not all meant to think the same.
No.
Same issues that exist within our culture exist in white culture. It's just not intensified because I don't think other cultures invest in the same stupidness that we invest in.
Yeah.
Even hearing about BLM connecting with other organizations, other companies to make some sort of change? Nothing.
But things like that are not really gonna. I personally think they're not gonna.
They're not going to make a difference.
change
But
like
as a
that,
company,
ever.
based on the fact that you are trying to make other people aware that Black lives matter, then where we matter, you would assume that company, you would assume BLM would be working with or connected to where the change needs to be. Police, government, media companies, I don't know. No, just the littlest things. And nothing.
It bases on, let's say there's a leader of BLM, yeah. You have to look at it like a consortium, right, yeah. Or if you look at religion, for example, and you use Jesus as an example, the men around Jesus weren't just there for the sake of being there. They were a consortium. People he went to for aid, kind of thing. Where if he was not, I would say if he was unsure, but if he wanted like a vote on something.
Yeah.
You're talking about the organisation of people in control who would rather fatten their pockets than the betterment of the black people within their country, their realm, whatever. Now, not only is it an issue because the woman chose to not invest in BLM, you've also got to look at it like, from her being the co-founder, whatever they're doing, their intention optically looks like it wasn't to better everybody else. It's saving the money. You know, it's a business. It's a non-profit business. It's a non-profit business. That's how it's set up as a non-profit business. Then you also have the other example. You also have the other example of when to the ignorant people, when they're thinking Black Lives Matter, they're thinking black people as in the general black person. But then you have people who are just like, oh yeah, but that person's gay, that person's intersex, that person's trans. I don't back that. I don't. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's where it becomes problematic.
Then it becomes compartmentalized about.
Ultimately, what you're doing is you're trying to subsection.
Yeah.
And I say we already have the issue already in colorism where people subsection. Oh, but you're not black. You're light skinned. Or, oh yeah, but it would be the light skinned girl. And bro, if we want to move together in solidarity and moving forward, you can't have the same mentality of divisiveness towards the color. It's either you want to be together in the betterment of the community, not the culture, the community. Or you're going to keep on repeating the same process. I've realized as I've gotten older, there's certain conversations I won't have with people, or certain environments I won't be around people, because I just think it's just volatile. I said this to Mark. Sometimes I sit in Twitter rooms just to see, like, what people's mind frames are like.
Yeah.
Not to say that as a black man, I'm above or I stand on a pedestal higher than people, but you have to. As you get older,
No, but just like opinions that aren't yours.
Yeah, but even then, you have to start thinking. You have to start thinking in a very different way, because you keep repeating the same factor, the same situation. You're gonna get the same result.
You're gonna get the same results.
I want to hear someone on Twitter or someone on Instagram telling me, "Oh, I'm twerking for the white man," because I don't think like you.
Anyone expecting a different result from the same thing is possibly insane.
It's fucking crazy, bro. Like, I didn't understand.
No.
Not even no scholarships. Not even like, okay, get people into Oxford. Nothing.
Troy Deeney.
Not even the BBC.
Troy Deeney.
Nothing.
That's done more.
Let's look up at Marcus Rashford. He's trying to fight for something good. Nothing.
This is the thing.
Way,
like it's.
By the way, what Rashford's the worst example, because from when it was lockdown and kids were going to school, Rashford, greatest person on the planet. Right? Yeah.
Now everything's back to normal.
Now. It's one of them ones where it's like, okay, cool, yeah, you fed them kids, but your performance ain't running.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Fuck them kids.
That was like Michael Jordan face, fuck them kids, brother.
The thing that got you here, you're not doing so
I don't
well.
get twisted. I'm a Rashford fan. He's from my country, bro. Like, he's petition through and through. So, I'm even a United fan. I want that kid to win.
Yeah.
I want him to win well.
But
You know, fans are fickle.
Rash.
You shouldn't say it like that.
What?
You shouldn't say, ooh, rash.
Oh,
oh, Rashford. I thought you meant like
it's a bit rash.
you had one.
I mean, you can open up with us, you know. We won't tell no one.
What's your Spain becoming the first Western country to offer menstrual leave to women. I said, what? Wow, talk about progressive.
Menstrual leave.
Yes.
I mean, when I briefly read that, did they mean like
Bad period pains.
no? I know, but that's I don't disagree because no, I was just no because when I first read it, I went but I mean I don't disagree with it. I think I would love to have it in the UK if they said menstrual leave. I'd be like yeah because there's times when women sit there and you know a lot of people think she's essentially on a period she don't want to come into work, but it's more than that. Like sometimes you know it's more than just I don't feel or I have cramps. It's hormones. You know people get depending on what goes on in a woman's body, I just have to say the word period because it's easier. Their like symptoms, their pains and everything can be me personally, mine can actually be terrible and it affects my body. So do I agree with it? Yeah. But I'm just wondering like, how is this gonna be something that only runs in like Spain? Like, does it not need to not just be, obviously, yeah, it's starting with Spain, but I feel like, I just feel like it should just be. It's like when they say, "Oh, they should now make tampons free." Well, yeah. Like, why can't that just everything like something like that? Can't it just be worldwide?
Because it's a business and people need to make money.
No, I do get it, but I'm just in my head. I'm like,
think about certain things in life. Yeah,
Say the same thing like condoms need to be free.
but it's a business. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
well, I get it. It's true.
You have to understand. There's a pro and a con for this.
They are.
I mean, if you go to the clinics, yeah.
I don't think they're free anymore. If you go to
Even
the
like if tampons wasn't
Ain't
free absolutely everywhere, I would understand it because
No,
people
they're
need
free.
to make money. But
'Cause
definitely
I've
in
got that
public
box to tick.
places.
after a certain age, when you go to
No.
sex clinics, you have to pay for them.
I don't.
What actual condoms?
Active Annie, look at my man storing up the plastic.
There was a
pay
bit
for
of
them.
confidence and spice in the way he was like, well, I don't.
Man, they're
Shit.
storing plastic.
And I'm going through them, ladies.
You don't speak for me.
My guy, you spoke for yourself, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Me and my general, you don't speak
You
for us.
did.
What did you say? You're my what?
Me and Hammer.
Hey, that's gross. The fact you nicknamed your bitch Hammer, the Hammer is wild, bro.
It's sick.
You know you're old. You know you're old, right? To even have a name.
You're becoming worse than
You know what makes it worse? Have you ever seen?
See what I
Wait,
said before?
but
I
you
said
are-
that before.
I'm like,
Do you remember the episode of Atlanta? Yeah, when Paperboy's talking to Darius, yeah, and he calls his gun daddy, right? Yeah. He's like, "What? You don't call that thing daddy?" He's like, "What do you call your gun?" He said, "Gun."
Darius is probably like maybe my favorite character on that.
That's
show.
like what Mark's saying. I was thinking, Bob, you know you're a big man, you know.
Oh, Darius is my favorite.
I love that. She reminds me of you.
Mark, you're a big man, and you're not 30, bruv. What the fuck you talking? You calling your gun? I said, whoa, the hammer.
Why you calling your gun
Hey,
now?
hey.
I know.
I think we've got Darius, Paperboy.
Gambino.
And
I'm Gambino, bro.
no, I would, but
Gambino.
sometimes I see some parts
I'm
of
Gambino.
and I'm like, yeah, that's you, and then I'm like,
No.
you're like Paperboy.
Nah.
You think I'm gonna go to a club and slap someone and then start shaking them? Give me money, like
No, it's true, Paperboy.
he's been on tour.
Nah, fam. When the
Yeah.
man when
Yeah.
Paperboy.
when
Paperboy.
Paperboy was looking for his phone and he went into the room and started talking to the boy and then he was just sitting there after a while. He just went, "Look, give me mama." That's all you.
Nah,
That's you.
it's
A little
too
bit.
funny.
Because you'll do the calm and you can do the calm, but after a while, oh,
This
you
is
want
what-
that phone?
But this is what I'm saying. There's certain things Paperboy doesn't. Because I was thinking, Darius definitely reminds me of you.
By the way,
'cause I
the
was like,
only
you should
person
go
who's seen
blonde.
me triggered in this room is him. So Mark knows me. He's seen me triggered in his room.
I haven't seen it, but I can see it. Do you know what I mean?
You can't see it because you've never seen it.
I can see it.
Mark knows me. Mark knows
picture
I'm
it.
not triggered.
Can't picture
Yeah,
it,
you
but I
seen me
can
snap,
picture
haven't
it.
you?
It wouldn't.
Yeah, I
like,
have once.
But when
My man did something mad disrespectful.
it wasn't a snap.
It was a trig, bruv.
Little
A
diet.
trig. Nah, that's not diet, bro.
Little diet.
That was.
I just don't take disrespect kindly. That's
Nah,
all.
bro. You gave man a little something. I said, I told
Because
man,
sometimes you describe that you can get to that point.
you never see it.
No, I don't think I will.
Seeing
but
that
I
is
just
like-
I know it's
Seeing me
probably
vex,
possible.
seeing me vex is like seeing me drunk. There's certain things you will never see.
Yeah, you won't see me drunk. Tipsy, yeah.
I don't think you drink that much in front of people like that to get to that.
Mark has to be in an environment like me. You can be in an environment very, very comfortable to drink like that.
You'd have to be like in a very intimate, like small setting, I think.
No.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, oh, can I ask you a question?
No, like,
How do you feel about weddings?
Love them.
Why?
why are you asking her?
Love them.
Because
Because I know his
married, or do
answer.
you mean?
No, because I know Mark's answer.
Oh,
Absolutely love them.
Being in them or just like going to a wedding?
or just seeing them, maybe like.
Like being a best man or
The
anything
whole,
like
the
that?
whole
Reese
thing, the whole
looks absolutely
experience of a
disgusting.
wedding and
She's
seeing people. And I'm a people watcher, so I like, you know.
I saw you talking to my man at 12:41.
You went to the buffet. What did you have?
The girl in the stripy dress with the lacy hem. That
She
is
grabbed
her.
a Chardonnay.
Where is she going?
And then
That's
another.
my internal voice.
O's there with the movie voice. One girl, one desire. One drink, one cup.
No
When
panty
she
liner.
realized the bar was free, she went back for another.
She's trying to run it back to Dubai with another shit adventure.
No, I think weddings are beautiful.
Mark?
I'm not a fan of them.
Mark, wait. Why are you not a fan of weddings?
They just last very long.
It's long.
Such a long.
And I went to
day.
one on Saturday. I love my cousin.
Sorry,
Sorry, cuz.
What's the long part?
So
After
boring.
celebration or the beginning?
The church.
it's boring.
You have to wait for the speeches. The food takes long to come, and just like,
Do you know what?
just hurry up and feed me.
Boring, bro.
Oh, you just want the food? Yeah. When you want the food, and then
See
you're
me?
like, oh, are you having the chicken?
A wedding is one of them things, yeah. Where a wedding
Okay, yeah,
is one of them things, yeah. Where I wish I could just speed up to the part where you eat your food,
And then you enjoy it.
and then you just get to two-step, and even then, the party bit, depends on who is in the room.
Yeah.
So
I won't get loose.
if people are if people are in the room, no, that was a yo, bro. We're not doing that.
loose.
Shawty get loose.
That's a why, bro. Fire for that. Yeah. If the vibe in the room where you have the DJ's good, right?
Oh,
You're like,
this DJ was poor, man.
like, yeah, if the DJ's good and you got someone who's and you got someone in there who's willing to set it, like they're gonna set the vibes.
If it's a family thing, then it's cousin.
But you got something funny. Someone sets the vibe with a two-step, boom, boom, doom, doo doo doom, doom. Yeah, like that. And man get up.
You know you're gonna hear spaceship, innit?
And
And everyone's just like,
yeah, that's what you see. The vibe, and then
What, you
people.
didn't have that vibe now?
No, you get up.
We was on a
then
boat.
Someone sets it. He was on a boat.
The whole wedding and the reception.
They're trying to-
no.
Couldn't even
Just,
escape, man.
Wait,
just
bro.
the evening part.
They're trying to take you back.
The steel boats.
Literally.
Oh dear.
We was in Richmond on a boat.
Oh dear.
Why?
They're taking us back, yo.
Why?
Massive return to Windrush, bruv. Oh my god. It's actually, I am flabbergasted. I've been in the UK all my life, and I just don't understand how they think they could just take us back to this island of natives. Like, I was around you people. I called myself as a British person, and you just happened to drop me with these savages.
No,
Can you imagine?
The one good thing I did love is
What? Take you back?
obviously being
I am
around
absolutely flabbergasted.
being around my family. I loved because some of them I don't get to see that often. So that was the
Fuck them kids, bruv.
them kids are adults now, boy.
Fuck them kids too, bruv.
They ain't my kids.
But I just find weddings just drawn out, just long.
It's a long day, bro.
I get it about them being long and stuff like that.
Especially the
but
church
I
part. I'm like,
do you know what? Church is always boring though.
and you got to stand up, sit down, stand up,
Catholic.
sit down,
Was you in a
stand up,
Catholic, was you in a Catholic church?
Do you know what Christians are
That's
worse?
why you're Catholic.
Oh my gosh!
Long, bro.
Catholic church is
Wow!
very long.
I feel like I was doing a workout.
Well, like Scott, bro.
Listen, that's nothing on Pentecostal church though.
No, Catholic church is the worst than
Pentecostal
Pentecostal.
church.
I don't know weddings
when
are
the
actually
pastor
not in
gets
the
going.
church.
Because
the ceremonies are very short,
There's something in the
sweet.
devil sometimes.
I'm Nigerian. Pentecostal church. We stand up, and when the pastor says, "Right," and everybody pray, and everyone stands up, and then everyone starts shouting.
I don't like church. I don't like praying. So
Oh, you're that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and everyone starts shouting.
Speaking tongues.
And then everyone starts. Then Auntie
I
starts
leave the
rolling
church.
around.
I leave the church.
And then people start
the
throwing
church.
Holy
I don't
Ghost
like
fire, fire,
Bun.
fire. And then you turn around, and then everyone starts to lay on the floor
No,
to
what thing?
pray. And
Do
then
that
you're
again. Do that part again. You
fire.
know, I'll be doing fire for that.
Yeah,
I
no.
would have left the church, bro.
I'm gonna make a meme
Yeah.
of that. You know when
Well,
when you look like this and you go and you walk off.
What, me going fight for that?
No, when they do that in the church, I've even got a meme in my head. I've got footage of you.
I used that the
And
other
then
day.
walking.
I made that meme
Now's
the other
the
day, yeah, of for the video you made
The one when you're in the hallway there.
with the eye patch, and I just
Yeah,
look
and
at
you
you and
go-
use that.
That's the meme that's a visualization. Visualization I had.
Grandma, they definitely gonna deport you.
Your mouth still wet.
Can't run. Can't run.
Okay, hey,
Yeah, dude.
I gotta try to
Anyway,
get my title back from
I'm from Grays, and I can't believe you're going to deport me. I can't.
This is absolute
I'm a
pandemonium.
taxpayer.
I'm not even from London. I live in Grays.
Katie Hopkins is my best friend. Can you imagine?
I live in a house that's semi-detached.
Hey, the boat's moving. Does anyone know the boat's moving? Why is the boat moving?
I would jump off, but that's a Thames and the water is dirty.
Oh, that water was dirty, man.
I've
Dirty
not
water.
contributed to the ounce of the dirt that's in that water. I'm not used to it.
Boat.
Although I'm not from the island, so I don't know. No, okay, let me just stop.
And moving on to sad news.
By the way, that struggle for you to breathe, that sounded atrocious.
It was
Did
like
man.
taking a breath instead of laughing into the mic. I just couldn't be. Yeah.
Going on to sad news, obviously.
Don't look at me like that.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Trying to get to some sad news.
Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, but I thought
I just don't get people. I don't wish
don't.
death on no one except people that are murderers and child. Yeah, anyone like that. But
I really wish I sent you the room I was listening to.
I saw Vivica Fox trying to say something. I was
No.
like,
Can I
Can I
shut
send
your
it to you
mouth.
lot?
No, I was listening to a room on Twitter, yeah.
I can't.
Oh, there was one room that I heard about.
UK room.
I went
Oh,
into it
this
and I
room.
bounced back out. I was
No,
like, this is
There's
too
been
much.
2 rooms
So,
that I come across on
what
there.
we speaking about?
Have that energy for people like George Zimmerman, whatever.
when we speaking earlier on about just like about like me going into a room just to kind of gauge where our community were. So my takeaway from that room is they said the room is not for the lighthearted. My takeaway from the room wasn't that, right? Yeah, because you can have rooms where everyone's allowed to come in and have their opinion, right? That wasn't my takeaway of that room. What I saw was people had a selective opinion of Kevin Samuels, which you're allowed to have, right? Yeah, I maybe because I'm Caribbean, yeah, I live by the term you must shame the devil and speak the truth, but you don't speak ill on the dead, ever.
Yeah.
Facts.
Ever. At the end of the day, whether the person was a nasty person or not, you didn't like the person.
He didn't kill no one. He didn't murder no one.
Yeah. But it's I just look at it like regardless of the person, ill will or not.
I can disagree with someone and still wish
ill
nothing
will,
nice,
ill will
everything
or
nice
not,
for them.
Ill will or not, I just don't wish nice when they're dead. One girl came in the room and said, "Kevin Samuels, you can rest in piss. You nasty human being."
What?
Right? Yeah. You always talk about high value man and look, all these big girls and look. You died because you had sex with a big. You died because you had sex with what a girl he had sex with. But the picture I saw wasn't a big girl, so we're not doing that. Right? Yeah. Like it was just nastiness and just unnecessary thing. And then this is what I didn't like. A guy had an argument, and he was just be clear. In everyone's, it's a discussion or whatever. Everyone's argument is allowed to be rebuffed. Fine, that type of room. If you're just taking it solely on the argument, fine. The girl who ran the room, I wish I remembered her name. Yeah, has something which she calls the N-word report. The full word. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. And what that is they go through your tweets or type in buzzwords and find something which you've done which could be deemed problematic. So she tried to she found a tweet of something he said like 10 years ago. So say he's at 29, when he was like 18 or 19, and it was like a lol. It was light jobs or barbs or whatever, yeah. And anyone listening to this could be like, oh yeah, but Reese, he's 19, he's of age, whatever.
Oh,
You felt comfortable to say this. He's like, listen,
People act like they're perfect, you know.
That's what I was going to say. When you're 19 or whatever, when you're young and you're on Twitter, everyone has said wild things on the internet. Everyone has said wild things in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. the issue I have with this is, whether it's Sabrina Claudio, whether it's whomever or whatever, if you're saying this now, as an adult, it's problematic. Not that you can't change and you don't have the ability to change in the next few years or whatever, yeah? Where you're not so ignorant and you want to go and talk about it, right, cool. But to hold someone to a call or something they said 10 years ago, on a social platform, where if you hadn't scrubbed your social platform, I'd guarantee you've said something that's problematic to someone.
Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't go out my way to say that. I guarantee you, if someone went through your platform and typed in certain words, it is defamatory towards someone.
Yeah.
I've called football as shit. I guarantee you there's footballers out there, yeah, who feel a way about it.
Yeah, of course.
When I was a teenager, when I first had Twitter, well, late teens, I used to blast Heskey. Heskey finished playing. Meaty Don, the rest of that stuff. Bro, they're still humans, bro. I don't understand, like, you have so much vim for someone dead.
I don't understand.
One guy tried to speak to the woman. Yeah, I can tell you're Nigerian. Shut up. Don't speak when women are speaking. I was thinking, it's always you black men. We don't need men. I was thinking,
God's sake.
I was thinking, bro, you know, if you're on the public premise of me respecting black women or me respecting women, there also has to be a balance of, yes, you're allowed to have your opinion. I'm also allowed to have mine. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to objectify you or lesser your opinion, but I'm still allowed to counter your argument with my own argument.
Yeah.
But sorry, go on, Katie.
No, I just said it's just like, it's the whole thing about vim for someone that's dead. It's literally this man, like, obviously some people might have had opinions or not, but I've never seen that type of vim at all for him in his
When he was here.
whole time on earth.
Yeah.
I can't say whole time on earth, didn't know him, but the whole time, like, he was viral for XYZ, no one has said anything. Yeah, I see it. No one has said anything. And even if people are like,
People said something, they just couldn't do nothing.
no, but that's what I'm saying. But if people are, F Kevin Samuel, yeah, okay, cool, you have an opinion,
But
you
then
don't like it.
I
But
saw
at the end of
positive
the day-
comments about him.
What, after he's died or before?
No, before.
Well, this is
And
what I'm
even
saying.
even
I've never
afterwards as well,
seen
like women
negative
saying
like
that he kind of like helped them.
No, but he does. It's not. I don't understand. Like, as
And
a
men,
woman, I don't
people
disagree
act like
and
he
say,
just
oh,
blasted women. I
these
seen him
women-
blast men.
Exactly. And these women, you forget they fucking come to him. They ask for it. So you go and ask for the home truth, but you want to cry when you hear it. Then don't ask for it. It's like, why would you do that? And then at the end of the
I never
day,
understood that. People think this guy's toxic, but you lot kept going to his page.
you're feeding it. So if you like this guy,
It's like going to a blog page where you know you're going to hear bare negative stuff, but you just go there.
I can't
complain about the
I
negative
can't.
stuff.
I can't get angry at a shade bar or
exactly
Shade room, whatever.
or any of that type of
if I'm
blog,
on the page.
and I keep on going, or a UK gossip. I use those two because UK gossip for me is a nasty page. I don't even know if it still exists.
I don't know, yeah, I ain't seen it
and
for a while.
that. And what they're doing is salacious and triggering to me as a Caribbean person. Forget being black, just as a Caribbean person, based on how they articulate any word thing. But I'm still on their page. No, I just remove myself. Because if I can't see it, I just leave the rhetoric to everybody else.
This is why I can't spend that much time on social media. Well, obviously, yeah, but for things like that, I can't be fully engaged in it. Obviously, like I was saying, Kevin Samuel stuff, I think I entered maybe 2 rooms on different occasions and seen absolute just vile stuff. And I was like, I haven't got time to even sit and listen to this. Like, I can't fathom why people want to sit on social media for so long doing this kind of rubbish.
They
Don't
need
you
to
have
abolish rooms, bro.
food to cook? Like, you must be
have
you
children
must
to raise.
really be like Kim, like fucking bigger than Kim fucking Kardashian that has everything done for you. You must have people that wipe your ass.
Do you know the thing that gets me angry about those things? You see, if I, for example, yeah.
Nothing to do. Sometimes I'm on social media for about an hour and I'm like,
But the thing, do you know what gets me angry about things like that? Like the
got
general
stuff to do.
overall. Because I'll take, as we always have done on different strokes here, I will take a celebrity thing and make it into a bigger point.
Into a bigger point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'll use this as a whole, right? If men sat in a room and discussed a woman who displayed toxic femininity, that's gross, right, yeah, and was online spewing a rhetoric, right, yeah, which she believed and a lot of women believed was factual to them, and we were there airing her out, saying that the manner of how she done it, right, yeah, was supersedes and sets women back and ECT and the rest of that stuff, yeah, we would be deemed
Chatty
patties, stay out people,
bitches,
stay out women's business, whatever. So if you want to, the equality part of this is you can't play the gender game, or the sex game.
Gender game.
You can't play the gender game on what is allowed for you lot, but it's not the same for us. Because for me, being a feminist, men should be feminists as well, is about equality for all.
Yeah,
women included.
One more for one and one
it can't be, for example, me listening to the woman speak and I saying you can't speak over me because I'm a woman. So do you want to be above me or do you want to be equal?
Would a man feel? How would you feel if how would she feel if a man went, "Oh, you can't speak over me because you're a woman"? It works both ways. I would hate for a man to speak to me like that, and I wouldn't speak to a man like that because I think maybe I'm too. My head's too into the equality side of things because I wouldn't sit there.
You hold a box. That's all. In rulers. That's it. Top people all the time.
I don't understand.
You want to
box? I get it because the subject. No, actually, no, I don't get it. I get why she's saying it. I don't agree with it because the subject is based on women's point of views and things like that, and because Kevin Samuels was a man, and the object of the whole conversation that she's saying that you don't have a room to speak because you're a man. But at the end of the day,
the object, the argument is he was a man who was around. And his page weren't really popping like that. It was, but he found the claim by bad mouthing black women and bad mouthing black women who were of a certain size.
And even though that statement isn't true, these
also
women
cussed out men.
But they're not
people only
focusing on
zoom
that.
in
But the
what they
women
want
are
to
only
zoom in on.
focusing on the stuff that is seen degrading to them. So any man that does have a comment on it and argues back at her, she's gonna then be like, "Well, who are you to speak?"
I think the only difference is
I think if you look through,
he was divorced twice. How can you listen to him?
He spoke from experience as well, which I really liked.
American experience,
and even when he was on the Joe Budden show, when he came on there. Very intelligent guy.
Opened his mouth and started talking. No, this guy's got
ultimately.
years of
I think
experience
if you listen, because the thing that people know about Kevin Samuels, as you said, it's come from snippets. It's come from people just saying little bits and taking little bits and focusing on the little bits and saying what he's saying. But if you watched I've watched one.
When we say
I watched one, like
culture,
a whole one,
the culture,
from start to finish.
The Kendrick thing, the culture of people is dumb. I can give you a 5-second clip. You add in a whole synopsis of the 5 minutes before and the 5 minutes after. You only know what we saw in that video.
Yeah. And ultimately...
And then someone with like a flipping soliloquy underneath telling you about, oh my God, this random guy was la 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 la. I don't have to believe this. Juicy Smollett, when that came out, what were we doing?
Somebody trying to help people. Regardless of his style and technique of doing it. Ultimately, he was trying to help people.
Do you know the one biggest takeaway from him?
That's
the thing is, even if I agree with his approach or not,
wild.
Or I agree with Dr. Omar's approach or not, do you know what my biggest takeaway from that was? Right, not that I wasn't offended by it. I think less men were offended by what he said because I personally believe the way how a lot of men are raised, we're used to being told things like that. And our natural demeanor being like, bro, I don't even believe all that, but man will prove man wrong, innit? That's how I believe how it is. I don't think that a lot of women are used to being told things that are detrimental or against generally what they think.
Or just being told the plain simple truth sometimes.
I think there's some women that are oversensitive.
There was
that
elements
can't
of
take
truth in what he said, or what they will call the ugly truth. I don't believe everything he said.
No.
But there are some things that.
But there are some home truths there.
Are the ugly truth and are home truths that certain women don't like. And I'm, as a woman, I can't completely disagree with it. I'm going to agree on some level because I'm not that type of woman that gets sensitive like that. But I do know certain women that are. And they are fucking annoying. So I do understand.
Let me give you an example, What he said is a general statement.
Yeah.
I think it was something like, if you are of a certain age and you have 2 kids, why would you believe someone wants to marry you? If that person has no kids and I don't like the term high value, but that stuff. Would you say, because I just think I've got that all the time. But you're being what you want in realistic.
The way I see it, the same way she may have preferences.
You may have preferences as well.
I don't see nothing wrong with that at all.
Would I date someone with a child? I probably would. Would I date someone with 2 children? It would be
make you think a bit more.
Conversation, yeah. especially if I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different.
Because then a conversation would be like, do you want another child? I may want more kids. Or I may want a
I
child.
think, for example, if Mark, if you you have a child, you have a daughter.
Last time I checked, yes.
Right, yeah. If you have a daughter, the next person you choose to date has a child. At least there's a balance of you're both parents.
Yeah.
And you both,
Yeah.
There's a mutual thing.
Yeah.
It's not like someone's coming in blind and do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying you can't date someone who doesn't have children
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and the rest. But you also have that element of what's the relationship like with the mother of your child, what's the relationship with the father of your child, how does he see the child, what's he look like, what's his background, what's he do, like he's gonna have a problem with you dating someone else. Like there's so many
And that's
variables.
a very great addition to talk about in a relationship where someone may have kids. So you got to factor that, not just dating them, you're dating someone with a child as well and another parent.
Yes.
Potentially,
yes.
And that's how you have to do it. I think, as I said, if you're a parent dating another parent, it's never a problem because you're both in a
there's
schedule
a
where you
greater
both
understanding
understand.
between the two
Yeah.
of you of what you go through as parents and as parents dating.
And you got responsibilities.
Which for some people manage to do it quite well. Some people it's a challenge. But then as a single person with no kids going into that, it's not as simple as you don't want to date me because I have a child. It's like
Your man, so even you have to look at like, okay, cool.
Well,
you have you have a decent job, for example, you own a property, and you're used to paying for I, and then I becomes we plus two. So then even then it's still one of them ones where like if you're going out, you're not just feeding the woman on a one way, you're feeding her children as well. So, and it's not. I'm not saying this in a spiteful way. It's just it's realistic. It's a realistic situation. Then the argument would be, oh, if you're a real man, real men should do this. That's like me saying if you're a real woman, you'd be in the kitchen. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't have this expectancy or this type of terminology used because it's counterproductive.
And everyone has a different definition of what this real man is meant to be.
I saw a tweet the other day saying a real man has never been beaten up, and I went, that's not fair. Now you're just putting expectations way too high.
I mean,
It happens. You take a lick and you keep on ticking.
people got beat by their parents, boy.
But that's different. You can't fight
That's
back.
different type
You
of
can't
beating.
fight back with mum.
When I was laughing at,
some
one guy was
kids.
like,
Come on, listen. The one day where she tried to hit you and you blocked her, she's like, "Oh,
You summon the power like,
oh, I need to get the big wooden spoon."
I'm gonna call your dad.
Wait, that's another level of violence. Don't do that.
that is another version. I got that.
ooh, what's the thing I saw the other day? Yeah,
I was literally just looking
on
for
Twitter.
something that I saw.
I saw on Twitter, yeah, and I was like, possibly one of the funniest things ever. They were talking about men that wouldn't take anything from a woman, innit? And the tweet was so cheeky that I tried not to laugh.
Say that again.
Men that wouldn't take.
Yeah, men that don't like, he didn't want to take nothing from a woman. And the tweet was so cheeky that I understood why it was said like that.
Nothing.
I explained it. It was something to do with France. I just need to find it because I had it.
France,
bro.
right? Cool. Just check.
Fucking
just
France.
You don't say nothing to that, do you?
No. I thought I heard.
Hello,
France.
Kadia.
And I'm
but
laughing
that
because
was-
I was delayed with it, but
I didn't even.
sorry.
What do you call it when you did that? I was like, oh my god, why can't I find this tweet?
Basically, it's
annoying.
thumping.
Yeah.
You lot went through the sweets like it's nobody's business.
I haven't eaten properly this
Neither have
afternoon.
I.
You had nuggets.
No, we had none.
We had nuggets, darling.
Can you talking to the mic, please?
Thank you for that. Because I know
bro,
you
we
like
had
to.
nuggets.
This is it. When I walked in, is that nuggets? I was like, but you're going to have some, aren't you?
I don't speak like
And you
that.
did. Yes, you did. You was like, the nuggets. And I was thinking,
I still don't speak like that.
well, I was peckish and I didn't want to just think of myself. So I got a share box for us to share. And what did we do, guys?
We shared.
I'll be honest, yeah. She said a share box. Like,
Shared.
I've seen her pillage through 20 nuggets on her one.
Yeah,
man.
precisely.
No, I have done, but I'm not doing that anymore. I've literally, no.
Trying
sorry.
to find this.
I'm not doing that shit no
Have
more.
you ever?
Love somebody. What are you guys
Have
talking
you?
about?
Have you? Simple question, yes or no?
Hello?
Simple, yes or no? Go.
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes.
That's
and yes.
money. That's money. No, that's money. That's money.
That post just gave me
Yeah.
ultimate joy.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sometimes it's not
basically,
even-
That's money.
for the viewers
Oh.
that can't see, that can't see, Oh brought up a tweet which
Baby
says,
girl, money right there.
"You ever sucked a dick so good he just looked at you afterwards and shaked his head?"
It's money.
Shook.
It's a shake here.
Yeah,
There's
grandma.
no
It's
such
shook.
word as
Grammar.
shaked.
Shook.
He shaked his head. You say shook.
He
You
just
think
look at you
about it.
afterwards and shake his head.
Yeah, I've
I do.
He's thinking.
I'll be like,
He's thinking. He's thinking.
No, we just talk about. That's real.
It's the fidgeting. It's the,
I don't even know what to say here.
he's off balance.
Man, that is a good feeling. You feel good about life right
Oh,
there.
jeez.
oh,
Wow.
to be a man for a day.
It's great.
Is that what something you would do?
I'm curious. I would love to know what it feels like to
God
have
bless
something
the,
between my legs for the day.
God bless the goats of throat.
I mean, I love being a woman, but let's see what the fuss is about.
Oh, it's great to whip your dick out. What man has told you it's great to whip your dick out?
Every guy that can pee in public with no qualms.
I'll be honest, I don't like pissing outside.
I don't.
I like to wash my hands.
I don't, but I'm just saying there are guys that. Yeah, man. Hand sanitizer, Jonathan.
Sorry for all the Jonathans out there. Jonathan, you know.
I don't know.
Right.
Doesn't come to mind.
Proud of you.
We're proud of you, Kay.
Thanks, guys.
Slaying it down.
Job well done.
Slurpee.
One man.
See, you go too far. It is you.
One man.
Did you hear about the flight that had to turn back because they realized the pilot has not completed the final flying test? So they were in the air.
They were in the air. They got in the air.
In the air.
Huh?
How do you clock
So
that?
what about like the
after you
co-pilot? And, well, technically they're not really allowed to.
ask, like, fam, when did you do your?
So wait,
This must be like a catch me if you can type of thing.
When did you do your airplane thing?
how did it get that far?
What, someone asked him, like, so dog, how was the flying test?
Hey,
flying test?
Fam, when did you do your airplane
Why
thing?
did
What airplane
why
thing?
did the captain take?
What airplane thing? Man just pulled up in it.
Man just pulled up and started riding.
Soul plane. Literally, that's soul plane. Why did he?
Just reversing like,
I got in and no one said nothing, so I was like, all right,
would
come
you
we
get
go
on the
in it.
plane?
Where's everyone
you
going?
wouldn't know.
No, would you? I mean, sorry, not get on the plane. If that was you as the captain, would you get on the plane to fly the plane, knowing, oh shit, I ain't been taking my final?
Yeah, but he got in the air. He obviously knows what he's doing.
No, but
flight simulations
I'm
and
not
stuff.
saying he don't know what he's doing, but does he? That's like basically saying, I don't know, I'm gonna drive X amount of whatever without an actual license.
A license. But can you drive?
No, but if you know you can drive and you drive without a license, you know you're doing something illegal. But if you're doing like a long, it's
My man was in the air.
They were in the air. He
as the pilot.
he
Why
got-
would you
He
do
got
that?
them on the journey. Like if you put me behind the wheel, I was gonna say behind the wheel of a plane.
And do you know
if
what?
you put me,
That's
if you
gonna
put-
fuck up the. I'm gonna
if you
sound
put
so
me at a
nerdy.
console-
That's gonna fuck up the coordinates, you know.
As someone who knows how to drive, if
Sorry,
you put me
that's
behind the
something 'cause you
console,
have to turn the
I'm
plane
gonna
back on.
stare
Do
at
you know how
everything.
dangerous that is?
You're gonna stare at everything. I'm not gonna know what I'm doing.
You just
This thing's
bust a
here,
Yui.
That thing's there. That thing's
No,
there.
you can't just bust a Yui on a plane. Like you can't do that. It's very dangerous. Obviously, it's doable, but it's dangerous.
You just have to just.
You can't just turn the plane around.
Bro, there's a fucking, sorry, pardon my language. There is a,
He was in the air.
there's
Why did he do it?
a,
Maybe you just thought. Oh,
there's a motorway, there's
didn't
like
notice.
a proverbial motorway in the sky, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
Fine,
just
I know what I'm doing.
turn, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say.
I saw this article, yeah, and my takeaway was I hate flying anyway. So my takeaway
Me
wasn't
too.
Oh, I love flying.
No, I don't like that. I understand there's a science to flying. I just don't feel comfortable being in a metal contraption.
You don't like being in the middle of that science.
30,000 feet in the
and
air.
when that
There are
turbulence
so many
hits,
variables. Yeah. No, I understand. No, I understand.
that turbulence is
I
a
understand
bitch.
that. I understand.
You make a
that.
mistake in a car, you have a charge. You make a mistake in the plane, you're done out here, bruv.
Done.
That's a drop.
And then you're in you're in the edges of in edges of Muku, like just floating around, bro.
Yeah, when I look out the window when I'm playing and we're over some water or some mad up mountain, like, yeah, come look. That's just.
Man, waiting for Doctor Strange to come do this.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Mark, have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I have. I got a question for you.
My girl was gully creeping through the glass.
No, wait, I've got.
You got a question?
I did, but is
Your one's just dedicated to you.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, we'll go.
Stop
that
it. Stop it.
Actually, we'll do this first. We'll do your question after.
Alright, do it.
do it.
I'm trying to find it now. I just lost it.
Yo.
It was the article that I put in the group. Oh, I didn't actually read this article fully, but it just made me feel ill. Man who fell in love with his biological mum confessed
Saw
to
that.
his wife.
So that
Had
ignored it.
mind-blowing sex several times. Can I just ask?
That's a motherfucker.
Literally.
You're stupid. I hate you.
Come on, I had to say it.
It was the easiest setup in the world. But,
I'm not even high-fiving that because it's too easy.
I haven't got no
Fuck
words.
your mom already did. Like, it's just. I had
already did that.
to. Oh, suck your mother.
He literally did.
Nah.
It's.
No, don't make jokes
No,
about it.
it's really not good. It's not. It shouldn't be. But I'm just like. I mean.
That's just I haven't heard of this story. Randomly, what color were these people?
Oh, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Oh,
Leave it alone.
okay.
Leave it alone.
And it was in America, right?
No.
No.
Wait. No. Did you say it wasn't or it was?
Was it? Texas, maybe?
It
I
doesn't.
think they were.
It doesn't matter, does it?
The only thing that matters
Every day we get closer to meeting Jesus Christ.
is the obvious. What'd you say?
Every day is one step closer.
to meeting Jesus Christ.
One step closer to heaven.
All right, Kay.
I can't even go into full detail to discuss the actual topic.
I think it's gross.
The title alone. I don't even want to know. Oh, did he know? Did he not know? No,
You mean, what? Didn't you know that's his mother?
because it says on here. It says something like biological mother. So you know when.
What, like he met a stranger on like a...
No,
like
he
got
wasn't brought up.
fostered,
He
or
wasn't
got
brought up
fostered or
by her.
adopted
I
and
think
then
that's
randomly
the
ended up
story,
having
but I
sex
didn't
with some
look
random
into it too
woman
tough.
who turned out to be his mum.
But it's like, fair enough. Obviously,
He's into older ladies
At some
then?
point, you knew because the article says several times.
know.
So even if he didn't know at first, you did know at some point, and then the worst thing is
just
you
kept on
then
going.
Continued, right?
Yuck.
Could it be you?
Okay. Kay,
Yeah.
you just got booked for your first movie. Who would you choose as your love interest? I've got 6 people here.
Philly.
Darling, I'm not gay.
Fighting in the mud.
I know you want to see that. There's something wrong. There's actually something wrong with you. Just answer the damn question. Look,
Who are your 6?
look at you.
Oh, sorry.
I see where you got
All I
lost.
see is cheeks.
No, I saw where you got lost. I was there too.
Me too. Yeah. High five. Number 1, Method Man. Are you listening? Are you listening? Thank you. Number 1's Method Man.
He's not.
No, I wasn't even flinching. Like, ugh, I was really thinking about it. Go on.
Right.
Some charismatic young man, right?
Number 2
I wasn't
is...
you, dickhead. I wasn't you, dickhead.
Yeah, it's 50.
Yeah, I know. I called him a young man because I know he's older than me. That's the reverse.
Okay.
Try to be smart sometimes.
Number 2 is Ghost.
Face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Omar.
I thought you meant Ghostface.
No.
Why are they calling it? Okay. Basically, is it Omar or is it Ghost?
Amari Hardwick.
Yeah, I know, but is it Ghost? Is it his character or is it Murray Hard?
Is this your love interest?
Okay, yeah, go on.
If you're role playing, then
Number 3 is Number 3 is Morris Chestnut.
Oh my God, they're gonna start putting all my men in there.
Number
The original
4.
bald bandit.
Number 4 is Michael B. Jordan.
I don't get excited over that.
Number
I already
5
know. I
is
already know.
Lorenz Tate.
Yeah, I already know.
And number 6 is Damson.
Morris.
Who you picking?
The one who's actually in your age bracket.
Yeah.
No, but Damson's.
Changed everything, didn't it? That last one changed everything.
I was like, yeah, I already know. Do you know what?
That
I have
last
a
one
serious.
changed it
I beg by 100
Serious.
episodes, yeah, you've learned to keep a mic near your mouth. And that's been episode 98 of the Different Shows podcast.
My dad listens to this. I have a serious crush on Damson, but
Who?
that's crush on Damson. Crush on Damson.
His name's not Damson, bro.
Damson.
Damson,
I can't
isn't
say it like that. It's just easy to say Damson, but it's
That's not his
Damson.
name, bro.
Mr. Idris.
That's a DAMZ.
No, that's it. No, but it's how I
Damson.
was pronouncing the S. It's just you get it.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This has been episode 98 of the Different Shows podcast. You can find this DSP on all your favorite DSPs.
DM Katie if you want to know the answer.
My
No,
favorite.
I'm just gonna say
my
Morris.
favorite YouTube. You can find Mark,
Morris.
mine,
You can
Katie,
hear all
and
that brown
O's
chicken wow wow
description
music. It's Morris.
in the description below.
Ultimate.
You can find
It's
Mark
fucking
and
sex
O's
symbol.
website links in the description below.
I
I've
love
been
you
Walk
too,
to Reese.
Damson.
To my left has been.
I love you so much.
To his left has been.
I love you, Damson, but I do
Across
love
from me
Morris
has been-
Chestnut.
2 drinks.
Over there has been.
Raw like me.
But over there has been
Have
who?
a blessing week.
Over
Love
there has
and
been
guidance. And next week you're gonna hear me basically coming there smiling about the Kendrick album.
Morris Chestnut.
Guidance.
Morris Chestnut.